well, depending on what month we're in or what week we're in, and I know what my lead times are, I'm going to tell marketing that that can't happen.
My question really is like, how do they tie in marketing efforts into some of these forecasts, and how do they have those teams really talk when it comes to supply chain and marketing even?
That's a really good question, and it made me think about something that I didn't mention, which is really, really important when you asked, like, what does someone need to know about their supply chain? Lead times. Lead times are very, very important, because now if I'm going to have a conversation with marketing and I need to be able to tell marketing, or marketing is going to tell me, hey, in March, we want to do this promotion, or for the holidays, we want to do this promotion. Well, depending on what month we're in or what week we're in, and I know what my lead times are, I'm going to tell marketing that that can't happen, which is why it's so critical, like you said, Francois, for there to be, even if it's like a makeshift, very basic sales and operations planning process, S&OP, even if you don't call it S&OP and it's not a real S&OP process, but there's some cadence to where sales and marketing, it's talking with supply chain, manufacturing, production, warehousing, whatever that looks like. But there has to be a sharing of information, and there has to be this circular planning process to where sales and marketing says, these are our ideas for the upcoming whatever time, insert time horizon here, 6 months, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is. And then that gives manufacturing, production, warehousing, all of operations, that gives them the opportunity to be able to say, yes, we can do that, or no, we can't do that. And a lot of times when you see stock outs, or when you have issues with executing on the demand plan, is because those conversations did not happen. No one from marketing or sales shared what the pipeline looked like. No one shared what the promotions were going to be and on which products, or they shared them when it was too late. Because again, if you know how long your lead time is, you can tell the marketing side of the organization, if you're going to put a product on promotion, we need to know at least X number of days, weeks, months in advance, because that's how long it takes to procure product. And that's how long it takes to get it, not only to procure it, to get it, to the port and to get it in the warehouse, but then also the put away time for it to actually be available to be picked by someone in the warehouse and for that order to be fulfilled. So a lot of it is process and communication. And whenever I speak with companies and they say, yeah, DC, we really want your team to help us tell us what the right thing is to do, and if we are doing it the right way. And like actual studies have shown, McKinsey, like there are studies that you can look at that show there is no right way to do it. If everyone knows what's happening, yeah, there's a best way, but sometimes a lot of companies find themselves between a rock and a hard place. The best way to do something is to like have POS data and to have customer data. But in certain industries, you have to pay for that. And it's very, very expensive. And if you are a startup, you have to be very vigilant and about what you're spending. And if it comes down to, do I spend for this really important thing or this other really important thing, then a lot of times what is not so important is POS data. So, and that could go either way. It could be fulfillment, or it could be some, piece of technology or something like that. But that's not what really makes the difference. What those studies found is that what really makes the difference is people's understanding of the process and understanding why what they do is important to the cog and like the rest of the wheel, and how it affects the next person. So if marketing has a really good understanding of the order to cash, procure to pay process, and they understand how what they do affects everything when it comes to actually fulfilling orders and keeping things in stock, and not overstocking, not understocking, how that affects the bottom line of the company. If everyone's on the same page, you're more likely to get a positive result.